Attention gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro. See, the best thing about semen retention is that the most underrated benefit of semen retention is basically you don't need any validation from anybody. You don't need validation from women. You don't need validation from the obese monster at Popeyes eating the third chicken sandwich of the day. You don't need validation from the people you think that's cool, but in 20 years later you find out that they're on all type of drugs the whole time. And you thought they were cool, but you wanted to fit in. Listen, this is why dudes don't last on semen retention. The reason you're not gonna last on semen retention is because you wanna fit in. That's the total answer. I'm literally giving you guys the cook up. Listen, I'm giving you dudes the alley-oop so you can slam dunk like LeBron James, but don't be like LeBron James, because you'll be walking around with an orange Birkin bag on. Let it breathe. But listen, sometimes in life you just got to take your time as a man, because if you rush, you'll get the raw meat. Pause. But if you stay patient, you'll get the steak. Fully cooked, even if you like it medium rare, however you like it, it'll be the best steak because you actually took your time to cook it. You didn't just get it straight out the pack. Listen, a lot of these dudes in this generation, this is why I tell you, man, especially if you're 18 and up, you need to be an introvert. If you're 18 and up, you need to stay away from younger men. If you're 18 and up, you need to stay away from older men. Yes, you even need to stay away from older men. Because a lot of people are stuck in the matrix. They don't see it for what it is. A lot of dudes want to chase so much. Want to chase. The thing about when you chase is you'll never get it. Dudes is not getting the Lamborghini because they at home watching other videos. They're at home watching Andrew Tate. Listen, you can get the Lamborghini, trust me. All you have to do is lock in. That's all you have to do is lock in. You can go on Toro, you can even rent the Lamborghini. You can even rent the Rolls Royce out. Literally. And dudes is crashing out over 10,000. To rent a Rolls Royce is less than 10,000. So listen, you can drive your dream car. Listen, me personally, I like McLarens and I like Corvettes. But if I don't have a Corvette or a McLaren right now, I don't feel depressed. Yes, I'm going to say it again. I actually don't feel depressed. All I do is drop content. Listen, YouTube is my therapy because listen, you cannot live life like everybody else lives life. You have to learn how to be an individual. And since you don't need that validation, you can go to the gym and validate yourself. Listen, the muscles, when you see yourself in a mirror, the muscles will validate you. Push into that last rep, even if you skinny or even if you fat right now, push into that last rep, you know what that's going to do? It's building your confidence. You're building muscle, you're also building confidence. People think, oh, it's just the muscles. It's not just the muscles. It's the action you use to get the muscles. The steps you took to reach the potential to get muscles. Listen, if you were born with 2 healthy legs and 2 healthy arms and a brain that worked and a heart that pumped, listen, you got a chance. Yes, even if you're 39 years old, you got a dad bod, a professional dad bod, like a professional dad bod league player. I repeat, if you got a professional dad bod, like a professional dad bod, professional league player. Because basically in America, even though this is a first world country, these Americans are having third world problems because they're local. Yes, I said it. They like, dang, you just gonna tell us we local like that? Yes, you're local. You grow up in your state and you die in your state. You need to learn to be a traveler. Because what happens when you're local, you're going to be in competition. And the main topic I want to talk about right now is competition and why you should avoid competition. And why you should avoid being a local person and even having a local mindset. See, that's having a broke person's mindset. That's not a billionaire's mindset. A billionaire is not local. Listen, local people have local problems. Local people fight over local politics. Local people fight over local women. Local people fight over local thotties. Local people fight over local friendships that don't mean nothing. You got to understand, a lot of people in this world, they come here to distract you, but you cannot be distracted. If you're distracted, if you allow people to distract you, listen, when I walk the streets, it be dudes yelling, "Hey, yo." Look, the other day, it was a dude yelling, "Hey, yo. Hey, yo." I'm walking to my car. A dude yelling, "Hey, yo." Listen, my name is not Ayo. So listen, I would not turn around to see what that person wants because I don't want to fit in. I don't care what he thinks. If it was a lion or a tiger chasing me, guess what? If I don't realize it's a lion or tiger chasing me, I've already been in trouble in the first place because I didn't spot it from a mile away. Listen, this is how, and I'm going to make another video on engagement, why you should not engage with humans. Listen, only iron sharpens iron, but most men walk around looking like sacks of potatoes, which is not iron. So the sacks of potato try to influence you to think like a sack of potato. Listen, you have to understand people's habits, and people's habits reflect their body. When they speak, they don't have popping biceps. I repeat, when they speak, they don't have popping biceps. Their head is down when they walk. They walk very depressed in life just because they got an $800 car because somebody else told them, "Oh, you're 20 years old. You should have had the Lamborghini like NBA Youngboy." Listen, that's what happens when you try to fit in. You're going to try to live another person's life. What worked for another person will not work for you in the same way. Do you understand? Dudes is complaining about not getting their pick of women in this world, and they're not even content creators. Listen, dudes want to be rappers instead of content creators. Listen, when you're a content creator, you're your own CEO. You drop your own content. You're not signing any dotted line. So listen, even though if YouTube was to sell its company and shut down everybody's platforms tomorrow, guess what? We didn't sign on any dotted line. We don't have anybody looking for us except for the dudes in the comments, but they're just trolling. I repeat, except for the dudes in the comments, but they're just trolling because they can't even get out their mom's basement. So I'm 100% sure they're not looking for you. But yeah, a lot of men just need to learn patience basically in life. And I'm going to drop another video on engagement. I don't know how long this video is actually going to be because I don't write down notes and write down topics of what I'm going to talk about. I just hit play and call it how I see it from a billionaire's mindset. Dudes think they can have $1 billion without a billionaire mindset. Yes, you can if you join the lodge, if you sell your soul to Lucifer. You can absolutely do that. But on semen retention, you don't have to do that. You don't have to chase down your baby mother's car because you didn't have kids. You don't have to, because she told you she didn't want to give you her number, you don't have to black her eye. You don't have to hit her like a Super Saiyan. You don't have to put the gloves on like a Street Fighter. You don't have to throw the containers at her like Bowser. You don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is retain your seed. The reason you're unattractive is because you're not retaining your seed. So what your seed forces you to do is get up off the couch, because you're going to have sexual energy now. So you're going to have to get up off the couch, and you're going to have to actually go to the gym. And guess what? Hard work pays off. But a lot of these spiritual gurus out here that play for Lucifer, I keep telling y'all this, they playing for Lucifer. All of these spiritual gurus out here is playing for Lucifer. They think they God. This is why they're depressed. There's no such thing as a God with some man boobs. There's no such thing. Listen, these dudes trying to play capital God, I keep telling y'all, this is why I say stay away from the masses. Look at their bodies. It tells everything. They're liars. They're lying to themselves. They're lying to themselves. Men have pride and men have man boobs. And they have pride. This is very dangerous. This is very dangerous. Now listen, you cannot be listening to these people that play God, because spiritual gurus are telling you hard work, avoid hard work. You can get everything handed to you. They want to influence you to have a handed to you mindset. Listen, this is not masculine. You go out there and you put in the work and you get the results from it. You don't get big biceps handed to you. This is the importance of working out. See, if you're working out, you will understand this. You don't get big biceps handed to you. You have to put in the work to get it. Do you not understand? You have to put in the work to get big biceps. You cannot just wake up one day and have big biceps when yesterday you were eating sour Skittles and you had stick figures as arms. You had sour straws as arms. What extra sugar on it? Or you came from looking like the blue thing, the blue slob thing, Glob, off of one of those cartoon movies. Listen, I cannot break this down. I cannot make this stuff up to you. You have to stay focused before you end up homeless. Semen retention gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro, and to the dudes out there who can't go 7 to 10 years avoiding women because they don't really like women. They just want to smash women. You don't really love women. You just want to love. You just love having sex. You love being addicted to the crack. A lot of melanated men have addictions to crack. Not the ones they just smoke, but the ones that go up and down, left, right, left, right, left, right. The ones with the booty shorts on. Yeah, they're addicted to that crack. And they need to stop it, because guess what? All ejaculation is doing is aging you. It's aging you. You're not youthful. This is why older men can't lift weights. This is why older men have wrinkles, all that stress, all that aging. Listen, we don't do no aging over here. We might get older in numbers, but you know, those are just numbers. That has nothing to do with maturity. But even though I feel it should, a lot of men, when they get older, they actually act younger, but without the youthful training. Listen, semen retention gang, you know what's going on. Be prepared for that next video about engagement and why you should avoid engagement as an introvert. I'm going to teach you guys how to be a real introvert, how to fully be confident. On semen retention, listen, all of those urges are your best friend, bro. You have to see it for what it really is. All of those urges are making you feel alive. And it's turning you into that dude. You feel like you about to explode. You are about to explode. You about to become the light. The pure light. All you got to do is hold on for dear life. Semen retention gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.